Wisconsin.
And I'm Andrew. I'm her brother. I'm from Wisconsin as well, her younger brother. As far as how we ended up in Cape Town, I had an opportunity to go to Cape Town for my undergrad in college as an internship, and I never really followed through with it. So I knew Cape Town was always something that I always wanted to do because there's a lot of culture here, the history, the scenery, wildlife, everything like that attracted me towards Cape Town.
We had an email from a past volunteer who in detail told us about her experience here, and it just made us even more excited. And because we started playing this probably almost a year ago, 9 months ago, and whenever we got a little nervous and got some cold feet about coming, we'd read the email and we'd get so excited again. So we can always give our information
we could always name drop the volunteer that came through here, because I'm sure you're familiar with it.
But if anyone ever wants more information about it, we'd be more than willing to give it.
Of course.
Whenever I told anyone I was going to Africa, everyone's eyes get all big, because in the United States, and I think internationally, there's this misconception about it, but not at all, not at all. The guides who we've been on tours with over the weekends and throughout the week are amazing, and they always make you feel comfortable. Even when we're just walking down the street, we never, feel unsafe. Of course, you need to travel in groups, and that's probably when it's the safest, and you have to be smart about it, but never once did I feel unsafe.
And yeah, there's rough parts everywhere you go. I think the only time that we probably had our guard up was when we went outside more in like the townships, when we were kind of just by ourselves. But I just reiterate everything she said. Even just walking around Cape Town, you just feel safe. And again, there's rough parts, but you go to the States, there's rough parts too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would reiterate everything my sister said as well.
Flashbacks to my college days.
It's the dorm days all over again.
Yeah.
But we've had great friendships. We've met great people being in the hostel. Sometimes it's a little cluttered in the mornings or at night when everyone's trying to get, whether it's shower or get breakfast or whatever. So, but I've enjoyed it for the most part. But again, it is flashback to. We go from living by ourselves in the States to going to the hostel with like 8 to 10 people.
So the privacy aspect, but otherwise it's great, and there's always someone to do stuff with. And we met a group of girls who we were able to go on all our weekend trips with, so that was always nice.
Yeah, and if you want to meet people and be in a big group of people, for sure I would recommend the volunteer hostel as well. So.
Okay. No.
So I've been in the toddler room and the baby room once in a while. I start in the morning just cleaning up the kids, doing diaper duty, all that kind of stuff, basic childcare stuff. Some small group activities that I typically lead because the teacher is busy with the other children. We do snack, we go outside, we do lunch, they go down for a nap, and then we leave probably about 12:30. Challenges, I would say, is getting used to another culture and the way that they raise their kids, and the differences between that and the United States, and coming to terms myself with the fact that it's just another way of raising kids, and it's not how I was raised, because I've worked in preschools in the United States for many years, not how we do it there, but it's just a different culture and a different way of doing things. And so that's been really eye-opening, even though it's been challenging, it's been really eye-opening as well.
I guess our day is different because I work with the 4 or 5-year-olds, so it's more...
that must be fun.
Yes, but again, it brings its own challenges, and I'd say one challenge would be sometimes a teacher would be gone, so there's large student-to-teacher ratios or small teacher-to-student ratios, so sometimes you find yourself, like my sister was saying, in the classroom by yourself managing 15 to 18 kids, whatever it may be. But I've enjoyed working with the 4 or 5-year-olds. A lot of bright spots.
I think that everything from the start, booking was very simple. Whenever we sent an email with questions or concerns or whatever we needed help with, Sahil responded within, I think because of the time delay, but within 24 hours.
Definitely.
And so that was great. Towards the end, I had to, ask for a couple things. But once again, whenever I emailed him, he responded within 24 hours. So I had to be a little bit more proactive towards the end than I was throughout the initial stages. But still, it was very simple. It was great. recommend Cape Town. It was beautiful. We were here for 2 weeks. I think.
Too short?
Well, we say it's like the perfect amount of time, but then there's still things we hear along the way. We're like, oh, we wish we could do that, but we don't have enough time. But everything that we came here wanting to do on our bucket list, we were able to do in 2 weeks. So I think it was a great amount of time. I would recommend volunteering in addition, because you get the tourist aspect of it, you get the volunteer aspect of it. Like I said, you get so much culture in addition to just tourist, you wouldn't. And then yes, there's that structure involved, there's that routine involved. You're done early enough, you're still able to do so much throughout the day. So the advice I would give is Cape Town's beautiful, it's a great place to visit, and I would volunteer if you have the chance.
Okay.
I'd reiterate the same. I go to Cape Town open-minded. Just the fact, maybe set your expectations. Have no expectations coming in, because you don't know what's going to come about every day. So again, and I would recommend the volunteer program. I think it provides structure. I mean, it provides purpose to the trip as well. So you have the structure in the mornings, and then you have the afternoons to do what you want to do and see what you want to do too. So. Yeah, come in with just open mind and no expectations, and I think you'll have a great time as we did too. So.
I think the nature and the scenery, you have oceans, you have mountains, you have beaches, you have everything, and we're going back to farmland, flat Wisconsin, so I think just like the outdoorsiness of the country.
And I'd say the different cultures that Cape Town bring, there's so many different cultures compared to where we come from. So interacting with people from all over the world, whether it be in the volunteer hostel or just people on the bus or on the train or wherever you end up, I think I'll miss most of what the cultures that Cape Town brings. So.
Awesome. Thank you guys. That's it. That's a wrap.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
See.